Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the second episode in a new series I started on my channel, doing a full face of certain creators' favorite makeup products. The first one I did, which I will link up in the cards, was Angelica Nyqvist. I didn't know how frequently I would be able to do these videos because sometimes I do need to buy some products, and I gave myself a limit of 3 items per video this year because I definitely have fallen into the trap of buying a lot of makeup for certain videos for YouTube, and that's just not feasible right now, nor does it make sense for my channel. However, I had so much fun doing that video, and I'm very excited to say that the creator I'm doing this time is It's Just Steph. Now for these videos, I go back over the last year, any rankings, favorite videos, #1 product in each category, those types of things. I looked through my collection and pulled some products, or if they heavily influenced me to buy a product in the past. Now these may not be their tippy top current favorites, but they were a favorite at one point, and that is why I have them in my collection. Like I said, today we are going to do It's Just Steph. I have a basket full of products that Steph has influenced me to buy. She is one of my top favorite creators and someone who I'm very thankful to be able to call a friend in this YouTube space, and I trust her makeup reviews wholeheartedly. I love her personality, and I'm gonna continue to gush about Steph throughout this video, so let's hop into the makeup application so I can be applying makeup while chatting. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. We are starting with the face. We are starting with the face today. I'm sure you can tell my skin is very angry right now. I have hormonal acne, so something is going on. It's been my skin has been very bad for a couple of weeks now, but also I think it's the change in weather. It's definitely cooling down now where I live. Oh my god, I need to just get on with it, don't I? Okay, we're gonna start off with primer. One that Steph influenced me to buy a couple of years ago is the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. She used to rave about this, said it was really smoothing but also a little bit hydrating. I wholeheartedly agree with that review. However, one that I believe she has said is a potential dupe, or she feels that they are a dupe, so I went out and purchased the Milani Chill Out Soothing Primer with wild oat extract and ceramides, silicone free. Steph has been raving about this primer for the last year or so, I believe, so I bought this one to test it out, and this is the one I want to use today. As I mentioned, Steph is just one of my favorite creators. Her content is so much fun, and I feel like we have a lot in common. Ooh, I love the texture of this. This is my first time trying it. I just broke the seal off. It's a little sticky in my hands, which is interesting. It feels cooling. I should have been using this all summer. I do have my brows on and just some lip balm. It does feel a little bit gripping. My skin does look glowy. I'm not sure how smoothing it's going to end up being. Like, I do find that the First Aid Beauty one is smoothing, and this one says it's soothing, but we'll see how my pores and texture look once I have my foundation on. Steph actually just launched her booktube channel, which I'm so excited about. If you didn't know, I love makeup and reading and growing food, and I do have a second channel where I talk about growing food as well as books, and I'm so happy to have another thing to chat with Steph about. We're actually going to buddy read a book next month, I believe. In terms of foundation, I forgot to bring down the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. That is not a favorite of hers, but she is trying to pan it right now, as am I, so I was going to show it, but I forgot. One foundation that I do have that I know that Steph really enjoys is the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. I have mine in the shade Warm Vanilla, which is kind of a fresh self-tan shade, which I am not right now, so this is going to be a little dark, but that's okay for the purposes of filming this video. Steph has more dry skin, whereas I have more combo oily skin, so I don't typically buy her foundation recommendations. And also a lot of her Tippy Top favorites are not cruelty free, which is fine. I'm just not going to go out and purchase those. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Born to Glow. I have a fresh Paw Paw sponge, which is always nice. For foundations, I always like to kind of smear it on with a foundation brush and then smooth it out. Why is my voice going? With a makeup sponge. Don't judge me. Maybe I should have tanned first, but I've been putting this video off for a while. I bought all the products a couple weeks ago and I just haven't had the chance to film much lately. The kids are back to school, which is a very busy time, just getting them ready for school and like all the activities, and then when they're home, I obviously just want to spend time with them. I'm so happy to be back in the school routine, but at the same time missing them being home, if that makes sense. Okay, I can already tell that that primer isn't really as smoothing as I would like, so I think next time I try it out, I will go in with a pore filling primer as well. Maybe that is how Steph uses it. I'm not sure. I should have put on like the e.l.f. putty primer or something as well. I think I got a little bit of a sunburn today. I went yard sailing. It's yard sale weekend here. It's called the 50-mile yard sale. And it happens every year the weekend after the Labor Day weekend. And I bought 30 books. And I was so excited to film a book haul on my other channel. I actually have 2 book hauls I need to film for the other channel, and I have no idea which one to do first. So if you like reading, I would love your support over there. I squeezed out way too much foundation. I'm now going to start smoothing this out. I really do like this foundation. It's like medium coverage, definitely very glowy. I actually tend to enjoy this foundation more in the cooler months, though I do need to tan for it. I just chose a bad shade, to be honest. But do you see, like, my skin looks wet. Okay, after going over it with a sponge, it actually smoothed out really well. My pores are still quite visible, but it's not super terrible. It does look kind of bad on my nose and my chin right here, but I'm having some scaly irritation issues from my tretinoin. I feel like I've been using tretinoin for quite a few months now, and my skin still gets quite irritated, so I don't know. Okay, moving on to concealers. I have 2 concealers here that Steph has said were favorites in the past. I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I also have the regular Camo Concealer, but just like Steph, I find that one too drying and it's not my favorite, though I do enjoy not having cat hair in my lip balm. I do enjoy this hydrating one, but also I had to buy the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is one of Steph's top recommendations. I have not used it before. I did get mine in the shade 2.5C, light with cool peach undertones, because I was told that they do pull quite yellow, and I have more neutral leaning yellow undertones. And this is going to look a little light on this foundation that is a little dark, which, speaking of, I forgot to bring that down my neck some more because I'm looking in my viewfinder thing and it's looking a little crazy. Okay, that does look a little bit better. Steph raved about this concealer for a long time. She completely used it up, and I think she has since repurchased it as well. So I'm excited to be giving this a try for the first time. Does this have fragrance in it? It smells a little perfumey. Fruit oils. I don't know. I'll have to do like a little bit more of a deep dive on the ingredients, I guess. Kosas is definitely a brand I would like to try more from. I really love like the clean beauty movement and aesthetic, except that, which is this is gonna like sound counterproductive or an oxymoron or whatever that thing is, except that they don't use very good preservatives in that their makeup goes bad faster. I am not anti-chemical, literally everything is a chemical, but something just speaks to me on like the clean makeup stuff. Like I love looking in that section on my Sephora app and things like that. Like a lot of those brand aesthetics I really enjoy, but I do not enjoy that their things go bad so fast. So I've been hesitant to try more from Kosas because I have a larger makeup collection and I heard that their stuff goes bad so quickly. Okay, I am really liking that upon first application. Obviously I have not had it on for very long, but it looks really smooth under my eyes. It has medium coverage, I would say, maybe light medium coverage. I do have some darkness right here. I've had a very long day and it's after 10 p.m. so we're gonna forgive the dark circles, but I really like how that looks. For powder, I bought the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Healthy Look Pressed Powder because Steph raved about this. I remember she had like a little story where she dropped it and then had said if it broke she would have to run to Target right away to repurchase this. So I got mine in the shade 140 Light. Comes with a little puff in here, but I am going to use my brush. I think I'm going to use something different to set my under eyes though, because I think this is going to be too dark. I will use one of my favorite under eye setting powders, the Ciate London Everyday Vacay. Okay, now to set my face with this powder that Steph recommended. CoverGirl has been intriguing me more and more. I wanted to try their skincare that they released that Steph also reviewed. I feel like that did help like tone down the glowiness of that NYX foundation. I really like glowy makeup even though I have combo oily skin. I just, by the time it's nearing the end of the day, I do look like an oily disaster, which I have been in my last few videos because I typically do my makeup in the middle of the day or in the morning, and then I don't have time to film until like 10 p.m. Do not like how my forehead is looking, but again, I think that's just because of my skin. So first and foremost, this is just first impressions, of course, not reviews, but secondly, my skin is a disaster right now, as I keep mentioning, so that is definitely playing a part, but I kept waiting for my skin to do better before coming on camera like barefaced or trying to review makeup or anything like that, and it just wasn't happening. And also I'm honestly so tired of like the perfection of stuff all of the time, and skin has texture. We have bad skin weeks, months, years in my case. I'm wiping this excess foundation off on my list of Steph's favorites. Oh boy, that's gross. Okay, face is set. I'm just not loving how this is looking, but I am happy it's set down really well. Let's add some bronzer to help the situation. If there's a brand that I can tie to Steph in that she loves them, it would be Nabla. I bought both of these products because Steph raved about them. This is the Skin Bronzing Powder in the shade Ambra. I like that this is a baked gelée type formula and that it is buildable. I've been really enjoying this. For more natural finish bronzer. I don't always like matte bronzers and blushes, so I've been really enjoying this one, and I just find it super easy to build up, blend out, and I love the tone of this. It's not super warm, but also not really a contour powder. Steph raves about Nabla all the time. I really want to get the side by side palette and their, what is it called? Skin Realist, like skin tint. I thought that would be really nice, but Nabla's not the easiest to get in Canada. I ordered these off of Beauty Bay and was really annoyed with the amount of money I had to pay in shipping or in customs and a handling fee and all that. It was like as much, no, it was like more than I paid for the bronzer, which is really annoying since it came in like the world's tiniest box with these two little products stacked on each other. So I won't be doing that again. But I think the only other place, I guess I could order from their actual website or off of Morphe Canada. I don't really want to give Morphe any of my money, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I really do love this bronzer though. And let's just apply the blush while I'm here. I got the shade Truth. This is a beautiful, super glowy formula that Steph raves about. She has many shades. I would love to get more, but this is what I got right now. This does accentuate my texture and pores some, but I don't really care because the blush is beautiful and glowy. I've talked about this, I think, did I talk about it in my last video just like this when I was trying Angelica's favorites, that skin has texture and skin has pores. Why are we always trying to hide it? I don't want things to make it look like I have giant craters on my cheeks, but I don't care that this glowy blush just kind of, you can see I have pores. I don't know if you can see, but I can see that it kind of accentuates my pores a little bit, but look at this color. I just want to keep adding more. And with this blush, you almost don't even need highlighter, but we'll be doing that too. But highlighter is one thing that I didn't have anything that Steph ranked super highly or that she raved and raved about. I haven't really been buying highlighters, and again, I limit myself to 3 things. But I do have a Fenty highlighter. Actually, this was sent to me from Steph. I have a few other things in here. This is in Hustler Baby. I know she raves more about the pinky toned one. I forget what that's called. And then I also have a Pixi highlighter, but I think I have the shade Subtle Sunrise. I don't know if this is the one that Steph has or if she has a different colorway. But these are more intense, and Steph, like me, this isn't going to be proper English, prefer more of like a subtle glow highlighter lately, not these beaming highlights. But I am going to go in with this one. I'm going to go in with the deeper, more rosy side. I already have very glowy makeup on, but that is beautiful. I love this highlighter brush from AOA Studio. It's the F19. Super affordable, great quality. I love the shape on it. I actually think if / when I make another Shop Miss A order, I would get another one. Ooh. See, I say I like a more natural highlight, and then that is stunning. I should have set the concealer on my eyes, but let's talk palettes. So Steph loves eyeshadow palettes. She reviews a ton on her channel, and we have a lot of palettes that cross over. Ooh, I forgot to mention, speaking of palettes but not eyeshadow palettes, I did buy the Cali Contour kit on Steph's recommendation many years ago. I'm very happy I did. I do love this and get quite a bit of use out of this. I didn't speak on all the things I was supposed to. Another bronzer she loved but she finished up was the Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Seychelles. I do have this, another blush that she loves, but I applied the Nabla one. I didn't keep the structure of this very well, did I? Buxom Seychelles, of course, again, bought on Steph's rave recommendation. A beautiful, glowy nude blush. I also love the Bare Minerals Kiss of Copper blush that she loves as well. I hope to use that quite a bit this month because I think it's the perfect end of summer, early fall, like coppery cheek. I don't know, I'm really excited about that. Back on track, eyeshadow palettes. Steph actually sent me the Natasha Denona Mini Nude quite a while ago, and I do love this thing. I get a decent amount of use out of this. The shades are beautiful, and I do find this 5-pan relatively versatile for it being only 5 shades. Steph loves Jackie Aina. I bought this on her recommendation as well. A more recent favorite of hers is the Oden's Eye Hella palette, but I did use this for Angelica's favorites, so I won't be using this today. I don't want it to be too repetitive, though this palette is absolutely incredible. I don't know if this palette is a tippy top favorite of Steph's, but I do know she has it and has enjoyed it, and that is the ColourPop Lush Life palette. The palette I want to use today is one that, again, I bought on Steph's recommendation, which, did she declutter this in her most recent declutter? I'll have to rewatch that to find out. She might have, but this is the Tarte Unleashed palette. It says young, wild, and cruelty free. This is a great palette, and I'm so happy that she recommended it and said it was good quality, with the exception of, was it Hawkward? This greeny gold shimmer. I have not used, it's the most reflective thing, sorry. I have not used this nearly enough, and I want to change that today. I would like to use this palette today. I'm leaning towards the mauve tones, which are what I reach for most often in this palette, but these oranges are super poppy and really fun to play with as well. I wish we had a blue or a green matte to go with these bluish green shimmer shades here, but I don't know. This formula is much better than, what's the other palette I have? Like the Tartelette Toasted I have, and I like this formula of Tarte's more. So yes, we're gonna go for the mauve tones. I think I'm just gonna stick with the top row, which you can't even really see because this palette is so freaking reflective. But let's zoom in to do just a quick eyeshadow look. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. Alright, here we are up close and personal. Here is a better look at the palette, hopefully. Oh yeah, that works a little bit better, doesn't it? Okay, I am going to start off with Oh Dear, then Qualified, deepen up with Bare Necessities, and put, you know, I want to keep it kind of like, let's put Hypocritical on the lid, and we'll do Your Lion on the inner corner, so I don't have to keep showing that. So with my list, I had like products I already own, as I was like, I rewatched a ton of her videos, and then products I'd be like willing to buy. And then it continues on the other side that I wipe my foundation on. So I have like even more products than what I shared today that Steph has influenced me to buy, or that maybe somebody else influenced me to buy, or I just picked up on a whim that she ended up also loving, which is just fun. And I forgot to mention in the intro that you can vote for which creator you would like to see next. I do have a tally going from last time, but you can just say their name again and I will count that as another tally. if you really want me to do a certain creator's favorites next. Hopefully I will have a decent amount already that they love, because again, I'm only allowing myself to buy 3 things with the specific purpose that it's for a video. I used Oh Dear as a transition shade. Now going in with a bit of a smaller blending brush, I'm going in with Qualify, which is just a deeper mauve, and keeping that a little bit lower. These shadows blend so easily. I just have a little bit of that concealer on like the inner part of my eye where it was more discolored, and I didn't even set that. I'm not going in with an eye primer today because it's already 10:30, and to be honest, I'm going to film another video, hopefully, and then take it off. Bare Necessities on the outer corner. It's kind of more brown than purple, but it's good to deepen it up out here. Sounds like Domino is destroying the house upstairs. That cat is nuts. He'll be 1 like next week maybe, and he still acts so crazy. Now taking Hypocritical on my finger. That is stunning. Every time I pull out an older palette like this that I was like influenced to buy, especially by someone else, and I loved it as well, I just am reminded, like, why do I feel the need to always need more palettes? I mean, that's not to say I'm going on a palette no buy, but I have good stuff right here in my collection that I don't get enough use out of, you know what I mean? For the inner corner, I'm actually going to mix that Hypocritical shade I put on my lid with Swan Song, that like whitish color. That didn't really have the impact I was hoping. Adding another layer. Alright guys, my memory card got full, so I had to delete some of that. I also applied mascara, finished up my eye look a little bit. I am very pleased with how this turned out. It's just a simple mauve-y, fall-ish look, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out. So all we have left is lips. Now, I don't have a lot of the lip products that Steph recommends specifically. I do have 2. The first, of course, is the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Steph loves these minis. I think she sent this to me as well in that package a long time ago. And then she also has spoken about the Tower 28 glosses in the past. I do have mine in the shade Cashew, which I think is a great fall toned lip. I did use the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the last video because Angelica really likes this lip product too, and I've actually been reaching for this quite a bit. So today I'm going to use the Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly in the shade Cashew. I don't know if these are like Steph's tippy top favorites, but she definitely has enjoyed them in the past as far as I am aware. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this more like brown nude this fall. I'm very excited about this shade, and I think it does look really great. It's a bit warmer than my eye look, but oh well. So this is how my full face of It's Just Steph's favorite makeup products turned out. I love all of these products. The first impressions is like it so far, and I'm so happy to be able to call Steph a friend. I love her recommendations, and if for some reason you're not subscribed to her channel already, I definitely think you should head over there and do so. She uploads a ton of videos and I just love her so much. I think I've gushed about her enough in this video. As a reminder, in the comments down below, vote on the next creator you think I should do this style of video for. A little love sesh on that creator along with applying some of their favorite products. I think it's just fun to do. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!